Hello. Today we're going to be looking at the graph of an exponential decay relationship. We're going to look at it by using pennies. You will need today a cup full of 100 pennies, a pencil, the worksheet, and the graph that correlates to the activity. So let's start the experiment by having the 100 pennies in the cup. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to dump out all your pennies, and whichever pennies landed tails up, those are the ones that you are throwing away. Okay, so you need to put all the tails to the side of your placemat. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Once you get rid of all the tailed side up pennies, you are now going to count how many heads up there are. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have 58 head pennies remaining. So on my worksheet, after my first toss, I have 58. So I'm going to put 58 on my paper, just so we know that we had 100 pennies to start with. You're going to take those 58 pennies, or how many you have, and put them back in your cup. And you're going to repeat the process until you are left with no more pennies. So after you are done with the experiment and all your pennies ended up facing tails up, you should have a full table of data. My data shows that it actually took me 10 tosses to get to 0. Your data might show something different. So now we're going to show the data on a graph. So you need your graph paper, and I labeled my axes. My x-axis is your toss number, your y-axis is the number of remaining pennies. You should go by 5s on your y-axis and 1s on your x-axis. And now you're going to plot your coordinates. So at toss number 0, you had 100 pennies because you started the experiment, so you're going to put a dot at 100. And now for my data, at the first toss, I had 58 remaining pennies. So I'm going to plot my point at 158. You will probably need to estimate, so do the best when you are drawing the dot in the middle of two numbers. Once you do all your dots, connect your dots. And it should make this nice curved shape. So on your other paper, it asks you to describe the pattern suggested by the graph. So if you're looking at it, you probably could see that it is decaying, it is decreasing. And if you look at the numbers of your data, you could say that after every toss, about half the pennies will be tails up. And as time goes on, it gets less steep because you are putting in less pennies in the cup every time. So the graph of an exponential decay relationship is a curved shape starting at a high y-intercept value and going down to the right at a low value on the x-axis. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video on exponential decay graph.